I did is I go in there, cut a hole, pull out some of the pad, and then what you do is you set a trap in there with some wire, and then you come back the next day, and then you hope that you got something in there like a big rat. Look at that right there. 2 front feet in that trap.
All right, so we are back doing muskrats now. We're just running Scott's mixed line of beaver and muskrat traps. And now we're doing the trap in the huts, basically. So earlier you saw we was doing them in the runs with the 110s and the colony traps. So this is different, and this is really cool because legally I can't do this at home, and a lot of states you can't legally do this. So if you're gonna attempt this, just check your laws for sure. But essentially what he's doing is he's taking and busting a hole into these huts and then setting a trap inside of them. And you know, super efficient way to do it too. I mean, if they're using the hut, you've pretty much got a good chance of catching them. So right there's where he accessed that hut yesterday. So you're just gonna chop that out.
Pull this stuff out.
You're making just a real small hole. So I mean, really the
smallest possible I possibly can.
Yeah, and I mean the reason it's illegal in a lot of states is just so you don't destroy their huts. So you've got to have a little bit of common sense. But
got nothing in that
nothing in that one.
No.
Put that back.
Put that back on the feed pile, or in the feed pile in there. We got another. We actually have another trap.
And you're always plugging that hole up.
Yep. Got to make sure it gets cold here at night. And the big reason for them not letting people trap inside the huts is, you freeze up the inside of the hut, and a lot of the muskrats won't have anywhere to live. Well, people will chop them open and not plug them back up, and the huts freeze up inside. So
even after you're done trapping.
Yes.
After you're pulling that set for good, you're never coming back again. Just always make sure.
Yeah, always make sure, and just what you do is you pull as much wet stuff, especially when you pull those traps, pull as much wet stuff as you can out. Plug that hole back up. If you have some snow, throw that around there. That'll insulate it. The rats will come back up in there, the ones that are left, and they will rebuild it, and then they'll have some place to survive all winter long. Let's see how this one here.
And basically, if I didn't explain this, so these push-ups here, or huts, is just a big cavity inside there, and but these rats are accessing it from down below the ice.
Oh, nothing in that one. These were both really good huts too.
Yeah,
we got
lots more to check.
Yeah, we got a few more traps here to check yet. So,
all right, so you can see Scott's going to open that one up, but you can see the amount of activity here. This bubble line through the ice where they've been going up into it. So hopefully we got something in there.
Something going on. My chain's tight here.
That's a good sign.
So when trapping huts, I actually use my axe handle here, because if you do get a rat in a drowning hole or something, they'll kind of tangle it up in there. And all I'm trying to do is loosen up material around this trap.
There's a lot of stuff. It's a good sign though.
Yeah. Oh, I see a foot. There we go. That's a nice big.
That's a nice big rat there.
Got that in a Victor stop loss. And when we're trapping these huts, it's really nice to have a guard trap like that. Catch them by the back leg. That stop loss goes off and just keeps their head and everything away from the trap.
Nice rat.
Yeah, that's a nice. So
explain that stop loss in case you've never heard of it. So
essentially what it is this device right here goes, you push that over, the pan goes down, and you set this trap. But what happens is, I had this one in the trap. So this trap goes off. Oop. This trap will go off. The rat's foot will be in the trap, and then what happens is this device goes over the leg. See that? And it keeps the muskrat away from the trap.
It keeps it from spinning, basically.
Yep,
it applies just a little bit of pressure.
Yep. And it's just pretty much like a leg hold. He gets caught just like that, and that rat is not going to be able to twist around, you know, to possibly break that foot bone or whatever. And same thing, if you catch him in the front foot, it will literally, you'll get here, and this device will be across the head or across the shoulder, and it also keeps the head away from, you know, getting to that leg if something happens.
Hey, that's a nice big rat.
That's a nice big rat. I'll reset this trap for you guys quick. So now this is a brand new Oneida Victor. I have some old ones that my dad ran. I still run those traps. This is the newer Oneida Victor guard trap. You can get Duke make some, or at least they used to. I have some Duke traps. They're all good traps. Essentially, I'm reaching inside this hut. Now this feeder hut here is really nice. Look at all that. See that wet material that I'm pulling out of there? Now directly right here is their main water hole where they are going down and out of that hut. So I'm going to set this trap. I'm going to shove this stick into the thing here. I'm going to set this trap down here right in front of this water hole. Because when I put my arm in here yesterday, there was no other ones around. So they're coming up out of that to climb onto that pan, or to climb onto that pad. They're going to climb right into that trap again, and then hopefully go right back down that water hole. So then you have all this wet material here. I'm just going to plug the hole with it. Just like that. Now tonight, if it gets cold, all that water is always going to make a nice seal around the hut here and freeze it up. That way the hut will not freeze up inside. Yeah, well, we got a couple rats.
We got a couple rats. All right, so that's a real quick crash course on trapping huts, which is, like I said, pretty cool because, you know, some states you can do this and some states you can't, but yeah.
It definitely can be fun.
It can be fun and it can be super productive. I imagine your percentages are pretty high.
Absolutely. Trap left here. Let's hope for a muskrat. Hope for a muskrat. Here we go.
A nice big one too.
So, you guys seen me? We caught a nice big rat in that Oneida Victor out there, the brand new one. This is one of my grandpa's original Oneida Victor. So you can actually see this guard, this guard device right here we were talking about. When that fires, see that? Now this muskrat can't get back here. It just helps preserve the fur, and then they can't get back to that trap. But anyway, yeah, there we go. That's this trap here is probably, I don't even know.
That's an oldie.
40 or 50 years old, and it's still, if I had, you know, if I'm reaching for muskrat traps, the very first muskrat trap I will literally reach for is this old Victor stop loss here. I wish I wish you could kind of tell stories, to be honest with you.
Yeah, no kidding.
You know, my grandpa trapped them back in the day. Yeah, well, there you go. Another nice rat. That's well, we ended up with 3 rats out of here.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Nice fluffy big one too.
Here we go.
Adding to the pile. You know, I like the fact you use an axe too. You know, like the whole like trappers thing. Cause I'm fixing to go on a trap and I don't even have an axe in my truck. And I think that's just cool to this is what Scott has checked every set with today right here, y'all. He's pulling around this little sled if need be and an axe. So your equipment for this kind of trapping is pretty minimal, straightforward.
I've even, you know what, I've honestly, it's tough on these big huts. I've even done it with a hatchet before, you know, under...
Chop them out.
Yep, under distress.
But yeah, setting the runs like you are, I mean, it's just not, there's not a lot of equipment really needed to get out there. And
no, and it definitely produces
we've got a truck bed full of fur today, so.
Yeah, it's, and the Taj Mahal of beaver houses is back here that we gotta check.
All right, y'all, so we just wrapped up a pretty successful day, as you can see, with Scott here. Obviously, go check out 330 Maniac. All his information will be linked below. Great host, showed me a great time. We got to do a bunch of different things and check a few things off my bucket list. So anyway, appreciate it. You can see he's changed clothes. I'm about to change clothes myself. We're gonna go ice fishing for the afternoon, and hopefully bring you guys some other cool things. But anyway, appreciate you guys sticking with me. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think of videos like this. As always, y'all, appreciate the view. We'll see you on the next one.